Hello, this is a course on the mission of the church. I'm delighted to welcome you to this study. I want to remind you this is not a course on the theology of the church. This is a practice course. We're learning about how the church is to be, how it's to act, how it's to perform in the world if it's going to be obedient to the word of Christ. In terms of the mission of the church, we'll look at what is the mission, what's the vision, what's the core values, what kind of leadership is required in the mission church, and then a little bit about strategic planning, how to get where God wants us to go. First of all, when we talk about mission, we're talking about God's purpose for the church. Let me say that again, God's purpose for the church. Talk about vision, we're talking about God's preferred future for the church. Where does God see the church going, becoming? What is God's dream for the church? Then we talk about core values. We're talking about God's desire for the church in terms of the character that the church has. What kind of church will be faithful to the call of Christ, to the desire that God has for the church? When we talk about leadership, we'll be talking about God's direction for the church. Who's going to lead and how will they lead? What direction will leadership take the church? And then we talk about strategic planning. We'll just talk a little bit about God's plan for the church, how to fulfill the mission, how to embrace the vision, how to become what God desires for the church to be, its core values and character, how to be led by God, called and led by ordained and God's called leaders, lay and clergy. And then how do we make the vision become reality? That is, make the dream of God for the future of the church to come true.